Hello and welcome to the Dominion Daily for February 21st, 2026. It is Saturday, I think, technically right now. So we have a full Random Kingdom. I am recording this very late because I'm not going to have the opportunity to do it during the day. I was planning to just skip it, but I'm up, so I'm going to do this. But I am quite tired, so hopefully I don't play too poorly. Did I actually show off all the things here? Yeah, hopefully. All right, so we've got enlarge, trashing, and that's it. Not the greatest for copper trashing. Has some synergy with desert guides though. You reduce your hand size, the enlarge, and then you can discard it and draw back up. Well, I guess you could potentially play with mine and like mine to silver and then enlarge silver or something like that. Something to consider maybe. Plus actions, crossroads, and ironmonger. Not the most reliable sources of plus actions, but a decent amount of it. Draw just crossroads and ironmonger. That's even more limited than the actions thing. If you're gonna stuff your deck full of victory cards to try to draw with crossroads, then that does make ironmonger more likely to draw it as well, because you're gonna have more victory cards, but it also means it's gonna be harder to get plus actions from it. So that's awkward. Gains, Goldmine gives plus buy, Nomads gives plus buy. Way of the Monkey, there's Received Tribute. That could come up with Enlarge and Goldmine already setting you up to gain a couple cards before your buy phase. Also Marauder, I guess. And then there's some nasty attacks with Swindler and Barbarian. One might hope that that doesn't come into play. And the favor source is just going to be Guildmaster. That's not ideal here. Guildmaster is generally pretty good at getting you a lot of favors if you have a decent source of gains, which potentially we do here, but the problem is that it's terminal, and you don't necessarily need a ton of Desert Guides favors. It's good to have, enough that you can do some cycling if you happen to have like a really ugly shuffle or something, but you don't need, a giant stack of them. Anyway, so we do probably want to get to 5 for an enlarge. And that might well mean that we open Ironmonger Swindler. Oh no. Save the Desert Guides for turn 3, turn 4. The alternatives would be to, or the main alternative would be to just Guides the turn 1 hand and take an Ironmonger. But I don't think that's the play. Oh, the bot opened it on 4. That's outrageous. Wow, the bot tried to get in a turn 2 Swindler play. That's absolutely unacceptable behavior. You deserve to get your Swindler, but no. Do we turn Copper into Abandoned Mine? No, why would we do that over Curse? Never mind. I told you I'm tired. Right. Okay. Yeah, let's get an enlarge. This is already all looking very hateable. I guess if the curses run fast enough, it might not be so bad. Okay, do we get a second enlarge? Possibly. Possibly. We know we're going to have the other enlarge in play already, so I think so. Another Ironmonger, and could just take a silver. Silver's not bad for enlarge purposes, and if all of our coppers get swindled into curses, gonna need something. Jesus, it's not necessarily that bad, but it is just like, holy moly. I guess I'll leave that on top. We do copper to estate? I guess so. Gonna be time to pick up a crossroads soon enough here. Yeah, curse to estate and buy crossroads, maybe? Curse to estate again? Maybe. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Dang it. We've got crossroads on top, so we can play that and the Swindler. Okay. Guess we'll take another Ironmonger. Silver to silver, okay. What? Oops. Oh, all the Ironmongers are gone. Well, what now? Not that. This is playing almost like a replace game. We're not that far from like a curse estate pile out. I mean, we could take one more crossroads. Just another silver or something. Trashing this estate into a 4 doesn't look so hot with the options being Marauder and Nomads. I mean, Nomads would help us hit 5, but I would care a lot more about that if I'd had like a third gain this turn and I could receive tribute, but I can't. So I think I'm gonna get another crossroads, and then, yeah, silver. Curse to curse. Okay, get that out of the way. No. Well, now we're gonna trash that. I guess I'll take a Nomads. We could enlarge the Nomads. Wait, no, then we still can't. How do we do this? We draw the Nomads, we're hitting 5. off of that, plus maybe the Ironmonger does something else. We could enlarge. We're still not going to be able to do receive tribute if we enlarge the nomads, but if we don't the nomads, what are we? I kind of want a gold mine, I guess. Well, we could enlarge the nomads into a gold mine. That's not bad. Oh, I would have rather trashed this thing. But I guess we could leave it on top and plan to trash it next turn. That's... yeah, I can get behind that. We could also take a gold directly and buy a gold mine. Or take gold mine guildmaster. Maybe that. Well, now I kind of want to trash the curse. Yeah, I think I will. We could just play the Marauder as a monkey if we want to. Crossroads are low too now. Do we take like double estate? We don't have an enlarge in play. And last turn resolved enlarge, so we don't have an enlarge in those 5 cards. We do probably have some Ironmongers though to trigger a shuffle. Maybe a spoils is better. I don't know. I try to actually hit a province in the next shuffle or something. Take another silver? Maybe. Oh, here comes the Swindler. God damn it. Stupid nonsense. Okay. Draw the enlarge. Maybe we just enlarge the Swindler at this point. Get a favor. We could take a duchy. I mean, I wanted to get the enlarge in play. Oh, we could enlarge the silver. We don't have to enlarge the Swindler. Crossroads to Crossroads, I guess. We just take 2 duchies, to be honest. What a stupid board. And Swindler. Does it make more sense? It probably makes more sense to do Marauder to Duchy, right? So Do we even discard this hand? Have an Ironmonger in it, but I think we do. Alright, now we have the Enlarge. That's what we want. Probably want to leave that on top? We can do copper to a state and buy a duchy. Woohoo! Oh my god. We got a province. Alright. Well, I left the spoils on top, but now I'm looking at silver to duchy and discard the hand. I guess we'll keep that. Okay. Enlarge into yet another duchy. We're still not quite at the point where we can empty piles. I guess we should play the Swindler first. Have a curse. I guess we're buying an estate. This is so stupid. Well, this should probably be copper to a state, and then all we have to do is buy the crossroads. Means we probably shouldn't gain a gold. So I'll play this. There. Oh, we could also get a duchy. I should have. No, the gold mine drew the Ironmonger. Yeah, we need to find a way to get another coin. We found it. Oh my god. What an absolutely heinous kingdom. Ugh. So we got two of our Ironmongers. We split the Ironmongers, we got two of them trashed. We got... I guess we only did ever take the two crossroads and we got one of them trashed. I would have liked to play with like another crossroads or two, but by the time the bot trashed one of my two crossroads, it didn't make a lot of sense to bother to add another one. But yeah, mostly I think Enlarge was the MVP here. Just, you know, a way that you can always add duchies, I guess. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, I think if you take Swindler off this board, I don't know, maybe you play with Barbarian, but like then again, Barbarian's a 5, so you're not opening with it at least. You'd still have some incentive to like turn copper into estate and crossroads, so there'd still be some pile lowering there, but the curses wouldn't be running so quickly, even though Barbarian can give them out to under similar conditions, not the same but similar. But again, you'd have to get that going later. I think there would be less reason to do so. So I think you'd probably actually get to play something more resembling a game of Dominion without the Swindler here, but not to be. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.